A very beautiful morning to you viewers. Welcome to Best Update TV, your number one online news update channel. This is the breakfast table where we bring to you nuggets, education, poetry, did you know, and lots more to get your day started on the right note and with the right vibe. As you know, I am Elizabeth Alakija. Do stay tuned. We cannot solve problems with the kind of thinking we employed when we came up with them. Learn as you will live forever, like you will die tomorrow. Stay away from those people who try to disparage your ambitions. Small mind always do that. Great minds will always give you a feeling that you can become great too. When you give joy to other people, you get more than joy in return. You should give good thoughts to your happiness. Remember, when you change your thoughts, you change your world. Moving on to our poetry this morning, before I go into that, I would like you viewers to listen very carefully, because by tomorrow, by the end of today, I would love for you to send in your reviews and your analysis of the poem. And by tomorrow morning at the breakfast table, I will be reading your reviews live on TV. Poem Good Bones by Maggie Smith. Life is short, though I keep this from my children. Life is short, and I have shortened mine. In 1,000 delicious ill-advised ways. 1,000 deliciously ill-advised ways I will keep from my children. The world is at least 50% terrible, and that's a conservative estimate. Though I keep this from my children. For every bed, there is a stone thrown at a bed. For every loved child, a child broken, bagged, and sunk in lake. Life is short, and the world, at least, is half terrible. And for every kind stranger you meet, there is a terrible one, the one who would break you, though I keep this from my children. I am trying to sell the world. Any decent realtor walking you through a real shithole chirps on about good bones. This place could be beautiful, right? You could make this place beautiful. And that's the poetry this morning. Do well to send in your reviews. What do you think is the best interpretation for this poem this morning? And tomorrow morning on the Breakfast Table Live, I'll be reading the best comments to the viewers. Did you know birds require gravity to swallow? Birds cannot chew their food, but instead swallow their prey while it's whole. Their esophagus is wide enough to swallow larger meals while depending on gravity to push down the meals, even into their stomach. Did you know that the most commonly used letter in the English language is the letter E? Did you know a cat spends most of its lifetime sleeping for up to 15 to 20 hours daily? Did you know a giraffe cleans its hair with its tongue, as its tongue is over 1.5 feet long, or 21 inches? Do you know that the majority of plant life is in the ocean? I hope you've learned something from that this morning. On our birthdays today, happy birthday Orishefemi Majemite Ekele, popularly known as Orishefemi, who was born on this day in 1985. Earlier this month in Nigeria history, in 1900, January 1, British Protectorate of Northern and Southern Nigeria was established. In 1914, still January 1, Northern and Southern united in British colony of Nigeria. In 1984, January 2nd, Major General Muhammadu Buhari was declared the head of state. In 2013, January 1st, 13 Boko Haram members were killed by the Nigerian military. International Day celebrations today. Today is International Day of Dialogue. Let's have difficult conversations with compassion and understanding, making the world a better place. It's a National Birds Day. While birds are amazing, they are also a species under a particular threat. It's also National Screenwriters Day. Every dialogue you love is written by a dedicated screenwriter. Let us celebrate their talent today. Today is National Keto Day. Ketogenic diet cuts carb out of diet so that the body fat is used for fuel instead. Finally, today is National Whipped Cream Day. This is a sweet treat that we've been creating over the years. And that's all on our morning nuggets this morning. Do stay tuned while I go on a short break to bring you the headlines. I remain Elizabeth Alakija. Welcome back, viewers, to the breakfast table on the Sun Daily this morning. Nigeria's debts may hit 77 trillion naira by May 29. 2023 budgets. 3.36 trillion naira earmarked for fuel subsidy raised dust. PDP leaders intensify moves to pacify G5 governors. Assets declaration. Court bars DSS, police, CCB from probing INEC chair. 1999 Constitution won't guarantee emergence of credible leaders, says Afe Babalola. Enugu's oil producing status. My biggest joy is that my successor will excel, says Ugwuanyi. 3,785 convictions secured in 2022, says EFCC. Nnamdi Kanu's family cries out, expresses concern over his continuous detention. Moving on to the leadership headline. Federal government at crossroads, says debt profile may hit 72 trillion naira. After 4 years, federal government inaugurates new NDDC board. Asset declarations, court stops probe, arrest of INEC chairman. DSS arrest masterminds of Kogi's explosion. I will serve Nigeria with all my heart, Tinubu assures Nigerians. Another fuel scarcity imminent as NUPENG threatens nationwide strike. On Daily Trust headlines this morning. States FCT to spend over 11.5 trillion naira in 2023. Projections merely yearly rituals. Banks, others must be wary granting loans to outgoing governors. Unprecedented crowds shuts down Kanu for the state APC presidential rally. Moving on to the nation headlines this morning. Tinubu, Shetima, APC chief shuts down Kanu. Governor targets 8.2 trillion naira from non-oil sector. Wike confident of victory for his preferred presidential candidates. CBN 1.355 trillion naira Polaris Bank sale, most competitive offer. Akinjide Oyelese Gbolarunmi in work for Atiku. Air Force redeploys branch chiefs, AO says. NDDC barred from awarding contracts above limits. Ex-governor of Lagos promises to serve Nigerians. Progressive governors will deliver at polls, says Bugudu. Moving on to the Vanguard headlines this morning. We've been borrowing to fund petrol subsidy, says Finance Minister. Anger, caution as federal government inaugurates NDDC board. DSS arrests ISWAP commander, one other for Kogi bomb blast. Petrol. Tanker drivers threaten strike over harassment by security agencies. Tinubu, I will bring peace and money to Nigeria if. CBN defends sales of Polaris Bank to SCIL. OPS rejects finance bill, says business woes will worsen. New COVID-19 variant not in Nigeria, says NCDC. Ex-minister loses traditional title for disrespecting Bauchi government. Olufasan, no patriotic Nigeria should sit on the fence or be indifferent to next month's presidential election. And finally, this morning is the Punch headlines. Discos hike electricity tariff secretly. Consumers kick. NNPC prospects for oil in Nigeria. Borno. Nigeria's debts to its 77 trillion naira loan, servicing GOP's 5.2 trillion naira. 25 buyers invited for Polaris Bank sale, CBN. I don't understand why assassins killed my brother's wife and son, slain CBN worker's sibling. 274 trillion naira security budget low. Sex romp. Principal denies cover up and suspends 6 students. Fuel marketers boycott private depots. This brings us to the end of the breakfast table this morning. Do well to tune in at Best Update TV, your #1 update news channel, for more information and updates for the rest of the day. I remain your favorite on TV, Alakija Elizabeth. Do have a lovely day.